we have x cubed plus 1 is equal to 2 times the cube root of 2x minus 1. And we want to solve for all real roots of this equation. So first what we're going to do is let y equal the cube root of 2x minus 1. And that means that x cubed plus 1 is equal to 2 times the cube root of 2x minus 1, which is y. And then we'll see that if I take y and I cube it, I get 2x minus 1 because the cube root vanishes. And if I add 1, I get y cubed plus 1 is equal to 2x. Okay, so I have these two equations. Equation 1 is x cubed plus 1 equals 2y, and equation 2 is y cubed plus 1 equals 2x. If I subtract these, I have x cubed minus y cubed, the ones cancel, equals 2y minus 2x. Now if I factor this out, I have x minus y times x squared plus xy plus y squared equals 2 times y minus x. And now for this step, we have to show that x equals y, because when x equals y, we can continue. So first notice that, well, let's suppose x is greater than let's say greater than y. Okay, that means x minus y has to be positive. We know x squared is positive, y squared is positive, and that means y minus x is negative. So x times y could be positive or it could be negative. We don't exactly know. But here's what we could do. Let's consider x minus y squared. We know that's greater than or equal to 0. And when I expand this, this is still greater than or equal to 0, which means that x squared plus y squared is greater than or equal to 2xy. And that is going to be greater than xy, assuming it's, well, I guess here, this is what we have to say. If x and y are positive, then this is greater than xy. But if x squared plus y squared, if both of these are negative, then this is still true, because xy, 2 times xy is positive. Now, if, let's say, x is positive, y is negative, then x squared plus y squared is bigger than 0, means that, and xy is less than 0, so that means x squared plus y squared is still bigger than xy. So in all of these arguments, x squared plus y squared is going to be bigger than xy. So this whole thing is going to be positive. So a positive times a positive is a positive, and we're saying that a positive equals a negative, which doesn't make any sense. So that means that x has to equal y. So then we have to continue from here. Now we can choose to use either equation 1 or equation 2 using the fact that x equals y. We'll use equation 1 instead. So let's say x cubed plus 1 equals 2y, which we said is 2x. And then from here I can subtract 2x. Now I can try different numbers to see which works. So you can, if you want to use like rational roots, where you just take plus or minus 1 over plus or minus 1. So like c over a basically. Well, you'll see that it's plus or minus 1 are the two possible rational roots. So I plug in 1 and I get 0, so I know 1 is going to work. So I'm going to use synthetic division. So x cubed, the coefficient is 1, x squared is 0, x is negative 2, and then we have a constant 1. We bring down 1, multiplied by 1 is 1, add to 0 is 1, multiplied by 1 is 1 again, add is negative 1 times 1 is negative 1, and then the remainder is 0, as we expected. And so this is x squared plus x minus 1. And if I want to set this equal to 0, I want to use the quadratic formula. And I'll quickly see that this is -1 plus or minus square root of 5 over 2. So these are the two roots followed by 1, which we just found, which we found earlier. So these are our final three roots.